So we are now streaming live on Facebook. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Lab Code Agents, cash call again today. And I want to introduce Eric Eby today. He is the, what position do you play with Brian?
I kind of have all kinds of hats. So I'm one of his listing agents, and I'm a sales manager on his team.
Got it. All right. So you're like, cracking heads, taking names, stuff like that, right?
That's right. Yep.
Good. All right. So Eric's going to join me today, and he's got a couple of calls that he's going to be listening to also. We've got a couple of calls that we're going to be playing, and I got a couple of interesting ones for us. And this is going to allow me to highlight a couple of techniques that we do. So Eric, I'll play one, and I'll let you play one, okay?
Okay. Sounds good, man. All
right. So I'm going to tee this up. And actually, yeah, so we'll jump over here. Wait, let me tee up I want to see the live on one screen. There we go. So I can see if there's any comments that come in.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and play this one over here. So I'm going to hit share screen sound. There we go. All right. You see my screen, Eric?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine.
This is Fred.
I'm just going to mute out the agent.
Plano, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And we noticed you were looking at some homes on our website, and we were just calling to see if you were actually browsing, or were you looking to try to buy it within the next 6 months?
So there's obviously a website lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he did a great job with his script. And he's a relatively new agent too.
Okay.
He did really good getting into the call and using his intro script with this lead.
Okay.
I was just browsing. My daughter is the one that's living there.
Oh, okay.
So she was interested in looking for something that she could afford.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, were you guys actually working with someone who can kind of help you with that search?
No.
I think he did great. First question he asked is, do you have an agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think you have an agent, we need to fix that problem first.
Right.
Because I don't care what she's looking for, what her budget is, if she has an agent. So he did a great job there. He got that out of the way.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I wouldn't mind helping you guys for something, just so you can kind of cut down on the time that you would waste. Kind of browsing around and kind of find you something that suits kind of your price point and kind of what you guys want. What has you guys looking? I mean, other than
so we went straight for the kill and said, I'd like to help you right now.
Right.
What they're looking for, which is good. At some point, unless the mom is actively involved in buying this house for the daughter or with the daughter, we're going to have to try to talk to the daughter, right?
Correct.
So we have to make that turn at some point, and I want to see what happens here, and then we can talk about a quick script to do that.
Okay.
Is your daughter moving out here, or is she?
She already lives out there. What's your number? I can give it to her and have her to call me back.
Sure, it's 469-763.
Mm-hmm.
6655.
And your
It's
name?
Yeah, it's Fred. Last name is Broadway. All right, what's her name?
Her name is Amelia.
Amelia? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just have her to call me, and we can I can help her set things up so that she can at least know what she's looking at, and get a price point what she wants, and if she has some time this weekend or whenever she has some time, we can actually look at some things if she's interested.
Okay, I'll give it to her.
Okay, I definitely appreciate it.
All right. Now, so we didn't get the daughter's info, right?
Right.
So now we're going to be at the mercy of the mom giving the info to the daughter.
Right.
And you know what happens a lot of times if he just came out and asked for the daughter's contact info, 9 times out of 10, what's she going to say?
She would have given him the contact info.
9 times out of 10, actually, in my experience, she's going to say, my daughter will call you.
Yeah.
She won't give the contact info. So here's what we do instead. She actually teed it up perfectly for him. She said, well, what's your number? I'll have her give you a call. Hey, fantastic. Here's my name. Here's my number. Great. I'd really love for you to have her give me a call, and I can help her find a great deal that would really fit into her budget.
Right.
When do you think she'll give me a call? That's question one, right? When do you think she's going to call me? Get that from her. Mom's going to say whatever she's going to say. Then I would say, Got it. You know what? Well, it's really important to me that I don't miss her call. So I'll step out of whatever meeting I'm in at the time when she calls. What number will she be calling from?
Oh, I like that. Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of times people will actually accidentally give you that number because they're not thinking. They're thinking, oh, he's going to wait for the call. She's imagining that you're going to be looking at your phone and wanting to see if you got to step out of a meeting, and they'll give you that number.
Yeah.
You can just wait, maybe give it an hour or two, which some of those like hardcore prospectors out there might be, yelling at their screen at us right now. And they're like, call right now. But I think you got to at least honor the fact that you said you were going to do this process. You were going to give her a chance to call you. Do that first. Mm-hmm. Then after a couple of hours, maybe call the daughter. Hey, I spoke with your mom a couple hours ago. Did she tell you that we talked? My name is so-and-so, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Carry on with your conversation there.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You guys have any specific techniques other than, hey, what's their number to get contact info?
I love what you just said. I can't think of, the one thing that I would say is they're certainly not going to volunteer it. If you don't ask, you're not going to receive. Closed mouths don't get fed. So you've got to ask for it, and so that goes along with, asking for the sale and all that stuff. You've got to ask. So, I don't know if I can give you a better example of a technique to ask for the number than what you just gave, but the important thing is to ask. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to give that agent props. If you recognize your call, you did a great job, especially for agent, getting on the call, getting down, doing the technique that we teach, which is, hey, this is who you are. This is the action that you took. Do you want to buy a house, or do you want to tell me no? Or you just went straight into it and then going straight for agent. So
right.
My hat's off to that agent. But
the only thing that I would kind of do a little bit differently on that call as an agent, trying to find out if somebody is working for an agent. I don't like to ask people, are you working with an agent? Because people are so conditioned to tell salespeople they're just looking. And if you ask them a question that they can say yes to that would get you to shut up, most of the time you're going to get that response from them. So I train the agents on our team it's a 3-question approach versus just coming out and asking, are you working with an agent? We start out with, how long have you been looking for homes, and kind of get an idea how long they've been in the market. Then ask them, have you seen anything you liked? Get some talking a little bit more. And then you follow it up with, out of curiosity, who showed you those homes? And if they can't give you an agent's name, they're probably not committed to working with a specific agent. And if you you provide enough value, they should become your client.
Got it. Yeah, I think that's a great technique too. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Good. Excellent. Eric, do you want to play one of yours?
Yeah, sure. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Screen. So.
Got a bunch of people on the call joining us also. Good to see everybody. While you're pulling that up, Eric.
Well, if I can figure out how I forgot what I did yesterday. I forget. Hang on. How do I unshare?
By the way, while you guys are all waiting for Eric to tee this up, if you have any other suggestions on how you handle getting the contact when you're not talking to the point person, any way that you handle getting the contact.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead. Let us know in the comments.
Okay. I think I got it skipped past his name. So that's an agent on our team.
I was on the other line. You just called about a property though, and I'm calling you back.
Oh, okay. That's great. Thank you. I know you guys just put up the duplex on Linda Joe, and I was just calling to find out about it.
Okay, the one on Linda Joe. Let me pull that up. Did you just drive by the property and see it?
No. Someone told me about it.
Okay. Let me see. I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
Have you been in the market long, or?
I'll just go ahead and be up front with you.
Okay.
I am the mom of the guy who lives in the adjoining duplex. I have had nothing but problems with this woman that owned this other place for years. She will not replace the roof, which is bad. She's not paid her taxes properly. It's been a mess. Everybody down there wants something done about it. The place is a mess. It's not being kept up. I know stuff is badly wrong with it from people who lived there before. It needs a new HVAC. It's got, and I'm sure those people have torn it up inside. I just want to know about it to see if we can come together and see what we can do to get this property and properly maintained, because there's a bunch of people with disabilities living around there, and it's really, really bad.
Oh, that's not good at all.
I'm just being upfront with
Yeah,
you.
no. That's terrible. That's
You know, I've had to. They smoked so bad in there, through the wall into my son's apartment.
So what's going on is this woman is a concerned neighbor who called in about a particular property, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it for sale, or is she?
It is.
Okay,
It
so
is.
it's for sale. Why is she calling in? We don't know that yet.
Yeah, I think she tells him in the call she lives in a place that I think she's trying to get out of, and she's calling about this one because it's close to the one she lives in.
Okay.
Because I think is the situation with this one.
But the whole backstory about it, was that irrelevant, and she's thinking about buying it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's actually got her set up on a listing alert. So I guess she's living in the place real close by where the landlord's not maintaining the property very well. So she's trying to get out of that one.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hit play.
It's just been horrible. And the woman, I've tried to reach her. She will not respond to me. Go ahead. Just tell me about the property, okay?
No, I will. I'm still trying to pull it up. I don't.
Okay.
It's not. It's pulling up every Linda Joe that's ever been sold or expired, but it's not pulling up any active listings. And so I wonder.
So Eric, is there anything that you would change about what this guy's doing?
Well, one thing that I'll say that he's doing that I like that he's doing is, he's struggling to try to find this property, information about this property, but there's not a bunch of dead air. He's asking her questions to keep her talking while he's looking it up. I listen to a lot of calls from our team, and the thing that drives me crazy a lot is just dead air and hearing people type and going,
Yeah.
So that's what I liked. What I heard on this call that I liked is that he's continuing, he's having a hard time finding the information, but he's continuing the conversation to keep her engaged in that conversation.
Yeah, good. And here's what I'll say, Eric. This is one of the things that I train. Also, and you can add this. Yes, talking is better than dead air.
Mm-hmm.
However, we're stuck on we can't go farther in this conversation. Right now, the way we're doing it, we're stuck and can't go farther until we know which property is she's talking about, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So what if we start talking about the property in the abstract without it being here?
Yeah.
Hey, got it. So when I find that, what would you like to know about the property?
Yep.
I want to know X. Okay, great. You want to know X. I'm going to repeat that back to you. What else would you like to know about the property? Oh, I want to know X. Got it. Okay. Anything else that you need to know about that property, or would you like to go see it? More talking ensues. Now we've gotten so far in that you've told me what you want to know, whether you can go see it. Now I can just start asking you questions about you, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to forget about that property for right now.
Right.
I don't have to keep looking it up.
Yep.
I can do some discovery with you to see if you're a real lead. And if you are a real lead, I can come back around in the end and say, oh, great, I found it. Or, hey, I can't seem to find that. I'm going to have to find it. But why don't you come to our office, or why don't I come meet you, or whatever?
Yeah.
That is another way. So between dead air, small talk, to purposeful talk about talking about the property in the abstract to
Right.
alleviate it as a problem.
Right. And there's like another minute or so on this call, and he continues to kind of struggle to find the information on the property. He doesn't do as good of a job with discovery about what interested her about this specific property. Was it the location? What was it about the property that she's interested in? But he does do a good job of just telling her, I'm having a hard time finding this. Is right, if I call you back in 15 minutes, let me get in touch with the listing agent to get more information and I'll call you back. So
Yeah.
that's what I do like about what he does. He doesn't keep her on the phone for 5 minutes while he struggles. He sets a follow-up call and calls her back.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Mhm.
He has to get his discovery first. He just can't let that fish off the line. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Mhm.
That you're going to call them back.
Yeah.
Because you and I both know that the likelihood that that person's going to answer the phone later drops dramatically, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Or that if she had made a previous inquiry somewhere out in the world,
Mhm.
that Joe Schmo agent number 2 doesn't happen to call her back, give her the answer she's looking for, and set an appointment with her. That's
Yep.
the risk that we run. So
Yep.
once that fish is on the line, man, we don't want to let go of them.
That's right.
All right, good. Let's see. Pull up mine over here. So let's listen to this one.
Huh?
Hello, Gracie.
Hello, I'm calling in regards to the property off Ethel Way in Sacramento. My name is Natalie. I was just giving a call because I believe I spoke to somebody on this phone in regards to that property, and they said to give them a call at the end of summer in regards to selling it.
Now, a little context. This is a probate. Okay.
Okay.
So somebody, they died without a will or whatever. Some family members are taking care of it. And I know that this is a follow-up. So this agent has already spoken to them before. They're following up with them again, which we just heard.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was hoping that's where we'd be at, but we're not yet. So at least another 3 months.
At least another 3 months. Okay. And what would that 3 month time frame give you guys if you guys are pushing it out a little?
Now, so we just heard the guy said, okay, we aren't ready now. The agent said, I thought you would be. He said, we aren't ready now. He said another 3 months. She just did a great thing by trying to find out what is 3 months. What's 3 months going to do for you, right?
Yep.
Why 3 months is essentially what she just asked.
Mm-hmm.
Clean stuff out.
Oh, just cleaning stuff out. Okay. And is this kind of your items that you guys are trying to get out of the property?
Yeah, personal items, exactly.
Personal items. Okay. And, if we were able to kind of help you guys with that moving situation, would you guys be willing to sell, now or within the next month?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and just check in a month or.
Okay. So here we got some issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he said, getting some things cleaned out. She supplied the answer for him, which was your personal effects. And I suggest that right now she's in discovery mode, right? Understanding what's going on and why things are going to happen the way they are. So don't make those suggestions. She put words in his mouth and he just went with them.
Yep.
Instead, you want to just ask, I'll call it naked questions that don't have a lot of stuff that you pack into them. You know what I mean? Don't supply the answers.
Yep.
Oh, got it. So you want to clean stuff out. What are you cleaning out?
Yep.
Leave it open like that. Let the guy fill it in for you instead of.
Yep.
And then once he directed and he said, personal effects, we just need to get our personal items out of there. She did what I think could be a decent technique where she said, if we could help you with that, would you sell sooner? And he said, no. Right? Okay, got it. But what's the next step? Then she just went to, okay, well, I'll just follow up with you in a while, right? Let's get this guy to tell us what the next step is.
Right.
Okay, so you're working on getting these things cleaned out. Are you doing that personally? Or are you using a company? Could you use any help with that, right?
Yep.
So what's the next step? So you think you'll have it cleaned out in about a month. What's the next step from there? And I don't know. I'm waiting to hear. What is it?
Yep.
Because I'm looking to see where can I insert myself? Where can I either be of assistance or where can I help direct or suggest the way the process should go, which hopefully ends up with me meeting with you and signing a contract or me purchasing it or listing it for sale or whatever it may be. Sound good?
Yep. Perfect.
Do you have anything else you would do there, Eric? If that
it's just Man, I mean, you're great at this. Just like you said, just continuing to discover and don't put words in their mouth and let the silence do the heavy lifting if you have to. You got to get the information out of them, and you need to set up, follow-up appointments, whether that be a phone call or a face-to-face. I think what you said is spot on.
Yeah. And when we get down to I'll just follow up with you in a month or so, we just don't have anything. We're just sitting around waiting. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whereas if asking them what next and what then helps to create the logical next step that we teach agents to always have with somebody.
Right.
And if you're stuck at, okay, well, I'll follow up with you, you don't have a logical next step. Mm-hmm. Now you're just an annoying salesperson.
Right.
And you don't feel good just randomly following up. I don't like just randomly following up with people.
No. I want them to know when I'm going to call them and why.
And why. And it's something that we already talked about and agreed to. And it makes sense.
Yep.
Good stuff, man. All right. Let's hear your next call.
All right.
I'm not getting a lot of comments today. Listen, if you guys are enjoying this, comment in. Give us a what's up. Whoop it up a little bit. Some hearts, some likes. Some damn your hair is amazing, Dale. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. All right, this one is an ISA call on an expired listing, and it's not very good.
That's my favorite kind.
That's where I'll leave it. I'll let us kind of pick it apart, but it's not good.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, this is Alex, and I'm not sure if I have the right number. Are you the owner of 6291 and 6293 West?
So I laughed about it being not a very good call. But for everybody watching, I want to say, first of all, that we commend this agent for getting their balls out of their purse and actually making calls to complete strangers and putting themselves out there on the line, and then having their call played here for everybody to listen to. So for all of you who aren't making these calls and or aren't sending the calls in for us to play, we owe this person a debt of gratitude to be able to learn from their experience.
Yep, 100%.
Milliken on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and I'm calling on behalf of the Curtis Realty Group and the HomeQuest team. And the reason for the call is because we have some interested parties in the area, and we just wanted to see if the home or if the properties were available for sale.
They are for sale, yes.
And are you currently working with a realtor, or you're selling by owner?
I'm selling by owner. I was working with a realtor, but that didn't work out. So
the house didn't sell while you had it with a realtor?
No, it didn't.
Okay. And can I confirm?
So right there, I would want to ask him, why do you think it didn't sell? What was it that your realtor didn't do that you would have liked to seen him do differently, and just try to, dig a little deeper on that.
Get some of the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he said that it didn't work.
Yeah. Why didn't it work out? How many showings did you get? What kind of activity did you get? Those kinds of things.
I see that you were selling it at that time. I don't know if you're selling now for $422,920.
Right. It's actually two separate properties, so and they were $211 apiece.
211 apiece. Perfect.
Yes.
And so it's two houses, right? That's what you're saying, or
it's a duplex, but it's I don't know what you really call it. It's like townhomes, but it's built together, but they're on two separate lots.
Okay.
I have a mortgage separately, and. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do have the availability that you can sell one or two, or you're selling it both at the same time.
Let's try to skip a little closer to the middle to see where she tries to pitch in.
By owner, if we do bring you a buyer, would you be willing to pay a buyer's commission?
So he must have said he's going to do FSBO, right?
How much would that be?
No, that's not for me to say. If you are interested, that that we go see the property, then you would discuss that with one of our agents, okay? Because we are not.
Hmm?
Is this an ISA or something?
It is.
Oh, okay, got it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. With him, you guys can agree of what you want and what we can do.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll work with them. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And each property has 3 bedrooms, right, and 2 baths.
All right, now we're just doing.
Okay, because you said you had it listed before. I don't know for how long you had it listed for.
Yeah, I don't remember. Mm-hmm.
So Eric.
But
yeah, I don't.
Is there anything that you would have done differently so far, other than what you said?
Just there's a whole lot of things I'd probably do differently. She talks over him a lot throughout the call, so letting him complete his thought and just being able to acknowledge what he's saying and repeat it back to him, so he knows you're listening, I think is something that this ISA didn't do very well. She's more worried about getting her stuff out and not really listening to him.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I noticed right away is she's not doing a very good job of listening.
Yeah, and what I would say also is a lot of what we're hearing is sort of the logistics of the property, what the properties are, how they're titled, whether he can sell them, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But really what the most important thing to understand is, do you have motivation to sell these? How do you believe you're going to go about doing it? And if it's not, meeting with me today to list them with us, why? And why do you believe doing it any different way is the best way to do it? And
right.
Explain that to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to understand that first before I try to change your mind or get you to do anything different.
Right.
I want to understand what you really want. What do you really want?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want it guaranteed that it will sell? Do you want to put more money in your pocket? Do you want to achieve a certain number? Do you want to impress your neighbors? Do you want to avoid your cousin who's an agent finding out you relisted with another agent who wasn't? Right?
Yeah.
What is it that you want so that I can see if I can give it to you, plus some extra, some more, better, cheaper, faster, easier, and ask you for an appointment.
Yep. Yep. She does ask him, what is the most important thing, a quicker sale or, getting, what you're asking for. And he does tell her, I'm not in a hurry to sell. I'm not going to sell it unless I get what I want out of it. So she does get to that, but this is a 9-minute and 42-second call. There's a lot of stuff. This could have been a much shorter call for the same result that she ended up getting. She ends up booking an appointment for me to go on, but one thing that she definitely did wrong was she told him that she would have me call to confirm that appointment, which is a no-no. That's a good way to get somebody to cancel on you, by saying, I'll call you to confirm that.
Right.
But just set the appointment and let me reschedule it if it doesn't work for it.
Right. Was that set as a FSBO preview, or was it set as
It was set as an expired listing appointment.
So she did get a listing appointment with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you?
Well, he says we'll have to see what they say. It's kind of towards the end.
Let's go down near the end. I want to hear where she set does she pre-qualify him on this call?
No.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Okay. So you're not gonna give me your email? No. Search SERCHNWA.com. If when our agent goes over, if your goals align with ours, would you be willing to move forward to work with us?
Yeah, that's a big if, but yeah.
Okay. I also would like to send you a list.
I would sharpen up that language. Is that scripted with you guys?
Yeah, I don't know where they came up with that.
Okay. So there's the old school script, which is when we come and see you on Wednesday, if you feel comfortable and confident that we can sell your home, and you might even throw a little extra in there, like, and get you the number you're looking for, be willing to sign with us and and start working with us.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
you could definitely sharpen that language up for her.
Yeah.
A little bit more information about us so you can get to meet us before we actually meet with you, so you can get to meet our team and get to know us a little better. Would that be okay?
Do you have a website that I could go to?
Yeah, of course. That's what I was going to send you. I was going to send you our website and a little thank you for your time.
Okay, I'm on my computer right now. What's the address?
Yeah, it's
So he doesn't want to give her any of his information. He wouldn't give her his email address. She did ask him like what he owed on the property. He wouldn't give any of those details. He's not wanting to give her a lot of information.
Got it. Okay. Is this an in-house ISA or a third-party company?
A third-party ISA.
Oh, okay. So you guys don't really have any training that you can do with this.
Mm-hmm.
I got to be honest. I don't know what third-party that is, but it's pretty weak.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll say that probably, I don't know, 4 out of 5 appointments that they book for me are no-shows. They're just not there when I go.
Got it. That's difficult.
Actually, this guy was a no-show that day because she told him, and they didn't send me a copy of the call recording for me to listen to before the appointment, but she told him that we'll have the agent call to confirm the appointment, and we were not told that in the notes when they sent it over to us. I didn't call him, and I just sat in front of his house for 15, 20 minutes, and he never showed up, and he didn't answer when I called. So it's rescheduled for this afternoon. I'm going to go see him here in about an hour.
Did you personally speak to him?
No, I sent it back to the ISA, and they rebooked it with him. And I
would definitely call that guy up before I drove out there again.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's close to my house, so it's not too far out of my way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I heard a lot of opportunities in there where she made it, there were a lot of ways that this got where a lot of things that she said made it uncertain, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to send you info so you can learn more about us, blah, blah, blah. And like you said, my agent will confirm with you. Like there's all these things where it's like this guy, you're presenting a lot of opportunity for the guy to change his mind.
Right.
One that you've heard, and then I heard it there with her trying to send him info and do other things like that. It's like, no, we're meeting on Wednesday. We'll see you then.
Yep.
Do any kind of pre-list package or anything like that, it will be dropped off at your house. Prior to that, please review it. We're going to come see you. That's it.
Yep.
Cool. Eric, anything else that you'd like to close with before we say goodbye to everybody out there in Lab Coat HMA?
No, I appreciate you having me on and letting me fill in for Brian. And I definitely had some takeaways from listening to you. So very valuable for me to be on this call. Hopefully, somebody got something out of something I said. So
listen, having a real in the trenches sales manager like yourself come in and give opinions and give feedback on calls, I guarantee is very helpful for everybody that's out there listening, right?
Awesome.
You're doing it on a day-to-day basis, actually, in production and managing people. Mm-hmm. I'm managing, through others. I'm managing vicariously, right? So
right.
Through clients, I'm managing teams around the country, just bits and pieces and things like that, but not on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
So that's super helpful to have you. I appreciate you joining us. I'm glad you're
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks. Good to see you. I'll see you next week on Cash Call.
Thanks.